How's it going, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some more NFL player props over here on Prize Picks. So back with another video here, coming off another 2-0 Thursday night slate video. I mean, we've just been crushing these showdown slates. It's honestly incredible to see. Trying to carry this momentum over to a Sunday main slate would be awesome. We're already week 4 in the NFL. Time is kind of flying by here. A little bittersweet, but hey, the games have been good. Things have been shocking. We've seen some new faces in new places. Things not going the way that we thought they would. But hey, there's always more props to go around for the Sunday slates. Last week was a little lackluster, but like I said, we're making it up with the showdown slate. So if we can get a 4-0 video here, it would be absolutely amazing. So not only do we do the videos, I do some TikToks as well, and then Reoz and I both do a Patreon. So there's both of us over there. It's $15 a month, and Reoz will tell you a little bit about that.
Amazing value over on the Patreon. Obviously, we've had an incredible run on the YouTube, going 4-0 in our last 2 videos. But we've also been very successful over on the Patreon as well. Like Dale said, $15 a month. It's going to be linked in the description below. You can also find it at patreon.com/upstate. Not only that, NBA is right around the corner. It's starting a lot earlier, it seems like, this year. So towards the end of October, NBA starts. So we're going to have a ton of content, not only on YouTube, but also on the Patreon. Every single day, you're going to be getting content from us. If it's not NBA, it's going to be NFL, and sometimes you'll have 2 videos on one day. So definitely check it out. If you want to support us further, you want more picks from us, the Patreon is the best place to find those.
And definitely hit that subscribe button as well. We do have the Patreon, but we do give out free picks every single slate. Like I said, NBA is right around the corner. It's October already. So, so hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification as well. There's going to be 2 videos in one day coming up soon as the NBA starts. So we're going to get a lot of picks to go around. The best part about that is Prize Picks, man. You can pair up both sports. You can do NBA, NFL, college football. You can do esports. You can do Euro sports. They do all type of things over here on Prize Picks. New time users get first deposit match all the way up to $100. They're going to match it dollar for dollar. So if you use promo code Upstate, it helps us out a ton. Ton of people have used the code so far. So thank you to everyone that's used the code. Helps us out a ton, like I said. So let's dive right into the picks. I have 2 touchdown scorer props. Reoz has some really good props as well. But I'm going to get to my first guy. I'm going to go to Anthony Richardson here. I like him over 1.5 pass plus rush plus reception touchdowns. Obviously, 2 games through his NFL career, we've seen some injuries already. I think that was a little bit of a scare. We know he's a physical specimen, but he gets in the concussion protocol already against Houston. But 2 touchdowns in that game, and really only played I think it was less than 20 snaps in that game, and he found the end zone twice. I like the way this offense has been playing. I know Gardner Minshew got him a pretty surprising win in overtime against Baltimore. I know Indy was one of those teams that surprised Kansas City last year too, but the way Steichen's running this offense is really good. When he gets a mobile quarterback like Richardson there, he's going to do some really good things. I mean, this is a guy that can really carry the ball. We haven't seen a monster rushing game out of him, but in the red zone, he's utilized in many different ways. I can definitely see them, introducing that Philly quarterback sneak with someone, as big as Anthony Richardson as well. Not as talented of an offensive line that Philly has, but with a guy as gifted as Anthony Richardson, they can do a lot of things with him. He can also throw the ball here to get over this projection as well. So I really like that. If he can just, toss a touchdown, run a touchdown in, maybe he does 2 passing touchdowns. This Rams defense, up and down so far this season, but I know he's going to be wanting to run away from Aaron Donald as much as he can. If he stays in that pocket, he doesn't want to slam the ground hard. He doesn't want his head to bounce off that turf and, maybe go back into concussion protocol again. So a little bit scary here. But Anthony Richardson, I like the way he's been playing, and, he's 2-0 throughout his 2 career starts, so I'm going to take him again here.
Really love that line. I think a lot of people are going to be nervous about him coming off concussion protocol, but I don't think it was that big of a concussion. I think more him being a rookie and how good he's looked. They just wanted to give him another week to kind of sit back and relax. I also don't think they thought they were going to be able to beat Baltimore anyways, but they got that win without him. So this is a great line. Pittman's looked good. Zach Moss has looked good. He's got a ton of options, a really young team, so definitely like that play. I'm going to jump over to rushing yards with DeAndre Swift, who's looked incredible since he's secured, as it looks right now, the starting job in the first game he got to start, he had 175 rushing yards. He looked unstoppable. Then last week against Tampa Bay, who teams really struggle on running the ball, Swift had no problem going for 130. I think not only Swift looks really good, but I think this offensive line is incredible. No matter what team they play, they're going to run the ball. He's seeing above 15, 16 carries every single game. Even Gainwell had 14 carries in that game as well. So I think they're going to stay true to their just game plan. They're going to run the ball. So at this projection at 65 and a half, I'm going to go with the more. He's done it 2 straight weeks over 100 yards. I don't see anybody stopping him anytime soon. He looks a lot better than he did in Detroit last season. So incredible projection, incredible matchup.
Yeah, I like this. I like this projection a lot. I love the more here. This was a projection that was at like what was it at last week? 40 something at high 30s. I mean, he
Yeah, it was
he
very
he
low.
ran away with this line, and I think this is even too low. I know Washington is going to play them tough. It's how it always goes against these two division teams. But the offensive line is just too skilled. They've been playing too well. Swift is a very dynamic back, and when he's healthy, we saw what Miles Sanders did. I think he's more talented back than Sanders. So I think he's brings a lot to the table in this offense. They finally got AJ Brown going, so they're going to be nervous about AJ Brown over the top. So they seem like another scary team this year, and I know they'll be there in the end. But Swift is definitely helping out this offense a ton, so I love that pick, Reoz. I'm gonna go over to another person in touchdowns, and that's gonna be Mostert here. I like Raheem Mostert to score a touchdown in this game against Buffalo. He's looked good. I mean, when he's healthy, we've seen what he did in the playoffs with the 49ers a couple years back, and he just got elite speed. I mean, there's speed all over this Miami team, and Mosert's and Hill and these guys are just that's what they do. They got these schemes, the way all the motion in this offense, the way they're designing plays. McDaniels is doing an amazing job, and they're a scary team. And it's just too hard for me not to target this game with the highest total on the slate. It's at 53.5 right now. So we don't know if it's going to, live up to be the shootout that we expect it to be, but I know Mosert's definitely going to play a role. This Bills team is giving up the highest yards per carry currently in the NFL. We saw the Jets kind of run all over them. We've seen some other backs run all over them. They did really well, obviously, against Washington, but still, stats don't lie here. Moser is healthy, and I do think that he's going to have a solid game. I know, the rookie could maybe steal, a touchdown from him that, it would definitely tilt me a little bit, but I think Mosert's kind of the lead guy here, and I think he's going to find the end zone.
Yeah, there's always a ton of upside when Mostert is healthy. And like you said, the Bills struggle running, defending the run. Every team, even dating back a couple of years, have game plan just to run the ball. And when you have such a fast running back and just a fast team in general, it caused a lot of chaos for the Bills defense that really hasn't looked that great until last week against Washington. So definitely really like that play. And I want to stay in this game, but in the other side with Gabe Davis, looking at his projection at 41 and a half, I'm going to go with the more. I do believe this game is going to be a shootout. We know Josh Allen loves to throw it up regardless if he's throwing it to the other team or not. I believe they're going to be really focusing on Stephon Diggs in this game. Obviously, they have the option to get the running game going with James Cook, who in the last couple of weeks has looked good, has yet to find the end zone, but this is a very low projection for Gabe Davis and a really high-scoring matchup. I think both of these teams go over 25 points. I think it's going to come down to the last drive, and when you have somebody who can stretch the field as he can and also run really great routes where he can find a ton of targets. I know this season has not looked the best for him. Week one having 32 yards and then exploding against the Rams with 92 and then against Washington. But you can't really look at that game. It was a blowout. They were just relying on James Cook there. So I believe they're going to need him in this game. His snap count is unbelievable. He's definitely the number two. The tight ends, Knox and Kincaid are really struggling to kind of see which one is going to be their guy. So I think they're going to rely on Diggs, and I want to take the discount here with Gabe Davis.
Yeah, Davis is a really good spot for him in this matchup. His last two games against Miami, he went more on 41.5. So I think this is a really good spot for him. You know, like I said, if there's going to be a lot of offense in this game, it's not only going to be going Diggs' way. Davis is going to have to be involved. He's a guy that really can beat you over the top. Allen's not scared to launch that ball down the field, like Reoz said, and Davis is a guy that can really scare some offense or some defenses. So I like Gabe Davis in this matchup as well. Riaz, we are going to punch in the more for him, and that we're gonna go four mores here. I've been doing pretty good on my unders, but I like these touchdown props this week. I have a really good gut feeling. Riaz put in some really good plays as well. So we're going to punch in the more for all four of these players. If there's anyone on the board that we didn't talk about, be sure to drop a comment down below on any players on the board that you think is going to go more or less on their projections. So drop a like on the video as well. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.